Hello everybody, my name's Matt Faletra and you're watching Hands Off Beverly, the show. We're here to talk about our Hands Off Beverly protests that take place twice a week in Beverly, Mass. And here with me is our leader, Andreas Bauermeister, and this show is going to be basically an introduction to who we are and what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then also the following shows are going to be with community leaders, other protesters, people like that, to talk about how we feel about what's going on with this administration. And with that, I want to turn it over to Andreas Bauermeister, who's the leader of Hands Off Beverly, and to talk about why are we doing what we're doing? Like, why are we doing this, man?
Well, I think we're doing this because we see what's happening. And what's happening is disastrous for the United States, for the world, for everybody, really, even the ones who think it's good. So I think we need to stand up. And the most effective way, in my opinion, is to stand out in the streets and show that we are against what's going on right now. I just don't think there is a substitute for demonstrations. You know, yes, you can go on TikTok, social media, and you can, you know, scream at your TV or whatever. But at the end of the day, people need to see that people are not okay with it, and the best way to see it is by see them and then hopefully join them. So that's what we're trying to do.
Now, we have protests, like I said, twice a week. Our big one is on Saturdays from 11 to 12, if you're in the Beverly area in the North Shore of Massachusetts. And, you know, we started off with, how many people were the first ones?
A handful, maybe 20, 25. That was on February 17 last year. So a year ago, we didn't exist.
And now we're looking at, you know, a few hundred people. A couple hundred people. And you know, what sparked that, I think, also was what's going on with ICE. People are pissed off and fed up with the way ICE is operating. I
mean, that's where we saw the big bump. Right, on the big national ones, no Kings, we had 700, then we had 1,500, but typically every weekend we have about 120, 150, somewhere in that range. And then when Nicole Good was murdered, I think that's when a lot of people saw how bad things really are, how dangerous they are for our country, for the world. And that gave us a bump. All of a sudden, there were over 400 people there right after that. And then I thought, well, maybe just that one weekend, but it turned out next weekend, which was last weekend. There were 300 or over 300 again. So we'll see. You know, I think this coming Saturday, it'll be like 13 degrees. So I've even been thinking if we should possibly cancel because we don't want to any protester freeze to death, but I guess we'll make that decision shortly before.
As it gets closer.
You know, as it gets closer. And the one thing is, if it's too cold, you can also always leave. So
that's right too.
I think we should probably do it. And then if it's too darn cold, we'll close shop that day and have another one on Wednesday and then on Saturday again. I mean, we'll be here for a long time. Regrettably, it looks like we have to.
A little bit about our protests, what maybe we're a little bit different from some of the other ones that you might see in the area is, and a lot of people have come to us and told us this, I'm not making it up, I promise, is they love the vibe.
Yeah.
It's about the vibe. Why? Why do they love the vibe?
Well, I think Jim, our DJ and jack of all trades, He puts together amazing music. He went out, bought speakers. He didn't want money from anybody. He said that's what he wants to do, and he did it. And so the music just adds something that would be really difficult to replicate without him, without the music he chooses, and without the system he put together that works perfectly.
And that's something, though. It's not that he just plays music. He curates music lists that people ask for later.
Yeah.
And he has set up a mechanism where if you love the playlist, we can get it to you. But he spends hours on that.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Because the vibe is great. People are dancing, people are moving.
I think the other thing is that it's just, when we first started out protests, people didn't really know what that means. Were we there to set cars afire and we're not. It's a peaceful protest right from the very beginning.
Yes.
It was, when we started the first ones, it was always, it's going to be peaceful. If there are counter-protesters, we're not getting into an argument with them and get into a shouting match. It's always peaceful, it's joyful. People go there because they're pissed off with what they see, but when they're there, they're enjoying the company of all the others who feel like them. And it's more like it's almost like a party, really.
It almost is. And the thing is, we have a mechanism for if people do get a little bit, we have a lot of marshals.
Yeah.
We have a head marshal that has put together, it's a whole binder of stuff that we've all gone through, which is how to de-escalate, how to, separate the situation. And if push comes to shove, regrettably, call the police.
Right. We also have that on our website. We have it on our Facebook page. So it's really everywhere, and it's important, I think, especially now as we're getting more and more pissed off, to keep that in mind, because any kind of violence, any kind of shouting, it's really just, it would be a gift to the other side. That's what they're trying to make us look like, right? Dangerous, crazy, who want to destroy the country and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
And by doing what we're doing and how we're doing it, we're the exact opposite. And I think it's really frustrating to the Trump administration. Yeah. But that's what we got to keep doing, how hard it is, no matter how hard that, at times is.
It can be, because of all the really some of the bullshit that's going on. Especially in Minneapolis, and we had a moment of silence for Renee Nicole Good. The 2 weeks past, we had close to 400 people. I think, and we had a moment of silence, and everyone just stopped. And then just organically, after the moment of silence, we started chanting her name, and it just, I cried. I had tears in my eyes because it was just so unbelievable how that group just got it. You know what I mean? They just got it.
It was something different. It was probably the 50th protest, and even considering the 700 people we had and the 1,500 people we had, I thought it was the most impactful protest, even though there was 400, so less people, but it was just, the whole community, everybody who stood there, just felt the same, and it was special. It was touching.
And we've had very little problems. We had one guy one day. Remember, we had that one guy. Yeah, knock on wood. We had that one guy that day waving the Trump flag. Yeah. And you went over and talked to him. He was actually not a bad guy, right?
He's perfectly fine. He is still at awe that we're not violent and we're not getting paid but he's fine. He's just there, and I told him, it's like, you want to stand there with a Trump flag? That's fine. We're fighting for your right to do that.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
And our right.
And our right.
So
and
it's all good.
And by the way, you mentioned our website, so let me go there. It's handsoffbeverly.com. Very simple. www.handsoffbeverly.com. There is a donate button. Everything that happens for this group, we do. It's out of pocket, And so any donations that we do get go right into the group. Mostly what we use that money for is marketing, is to try to build what we're doing. And like what we have coming up, when it gets a little bit warmer and we can get volunteers, we have door hanger signs that I think we could probably show a picture of right now, is those door hanger signs that we're going to be doing. And basically to reach out to the community to tell people who don't know about us yet who we are and what we're doing. Maybe they've driven by and beeped the horn and said, wonder who,
Yeah.
what's really up with that?
Our purpose really is to get more people out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our purpose, and we'll try to do everything to do that. We put over 100 yard signs in people's yards.
We did.
We gave out 100 buttons, hundreds and hundreds of stickers, but basically anything that shows other people that there are people out there that are not okay with it. So the next thing really is the big one are the pins. There are no king pins, and I think if everybody would wear them, we've ordered 1,000, and we're happy to order more. If we hope we will.
Yeah.
Because I think we need something that shows other people that we're with them, right? You go to the grocery store or anywhere you go, you don't really know. Where are these people? Are they with me? Are they on the other side? And I think it's important, just like the yard signs, to show other people that we're not okay with it, and the majority is not okay with it. And we can show that by wearing a simple no king's pin or no ice or melt ice or whatever. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you know what it means.
Yeah. It's like the paper clips.
Yeah, the paper clips. We tried it with the paper clips, but they were hard to put on and even harder to take off, so they didn't really take off.
Yeah. I think the buttons will matter. I mean, it's the kind of standard that if you are like-minded, you'll know what the crown with the slash, the Ghostbuster slash through it, you'll know what that means. And they're small. They're only about yay big, and they can go anywhere.
Inch and a quarter. You can put it on your cap, on your hat, on your coat, anywhere.
So, let me ask you a question, man. How can, after seeing so many videos and so many angles and so many friggin' views of Renee Nicole Good's murder, how the hell are people still doubting that it was a murder, doubting that it blows my mind.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing with cults.
Never hit him.
Right? It's a thing with cults. I had an experience where my son, he is into Joe Rogan, well, used to be, and now not so much, but anyway, he's sending me stuff, and he sent me an interview with Rogan that he did with a congressman, I can't think of, Rand Paul. And Rand Paul was ranting on who was the health chief? Everybody liked him. He told us to wear masks.
Fauci.
Fauci, of course.
Dr.
Right?
Fauci.
Dr. Fauci. Everybody. I mean, I thought he was just a wonderful guy, and frankly, I still do so.
I do.
And
as
I
well.
didn't really have time to truly listen to that interview. But during that interview, Rand Paul did everything, and Joe Rogan kind of fell in line
went along
to what a terrible person is and all the things what he did and why he was a bad person. Seemed like they had evidence, but like I said, I didn't fact check it. I didn't have time to do it.
Right.
But at that moment, I was like thinking, oh my God, what if that is true? Because my belief system, I knew that as, I know my name. Fauci is a fantastic guy. And in that moment, I thought, how must it feel if you realize you were wrong all along?
Yeah.
And I think for these people, the 41% that still think there's something good about Trump, I think they're in that cult, and I think they feel what I feel. It's just, no matter what you show them, I really don't want to find out that Fauci isn't who I thought he is.
Right.
And I think it's that cult thing that is so impossible to get out of. Because if you need to get out of it, you basically you have to reevaluate your identity because your belief system is part of your identity, right?
Right.
So I think that's what's going on, and that's why we can't put our heads around that they can't see what we see. And of course, they also only get their information from, Fox News, Newsmax, and all these channels.
OAN, or the
Algorithms.
absolute worst, the bottom feeders. Now, the thing about Fauci, now, I think reasonable people, I grew up in the 80s, and so I didn't truly then understand what the AIDS epidemic was. But it was Dr. Fauci that got in front of that when Reagan wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Right.
I mean, how people like Ronald Reagan is freaking beyond me. But he completely ignored it. And Fauci got it to a point where people were starting to die a lot less. Where now there are drugs now because of the work of Dr. Fauci, where if you have AIDS, I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about in Africa, where it's a true epidemic. And little babies are born with it, but they can be given medicine that will stop. That was Dr. Fauci.
The last Republican president who put that in motion in Africa was Bush.
And he also gave Fauci the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Yes, so
George Bush did.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not saying, my opinion about Fauci has changed at all.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that they came out with all these things that they said, and if they were true, then it would be tough for me to accept that.
Yeah.
But I would have to accept it. But I just, at that moment, I just kind of realized what that would do to me if I would realize that I was completely wrong about this man.
I would go and watch.
Had on a pedestal for, as long as I heard his name.
When he testified before the Senate, when Rand Paul just was grilling him, and Fauci constantly made him look stupid, constantly made him look like the fool, because it was just saying wrong things.
Right.
And I guarantee you that's what he was doing on Joe Rogan. He was repeating the same bullshit that he was doing.
I believe that too. The truth is, I don't really know. I haven't fact checked. But the point only was really to realize, potentially to realize something to realize that you were wrong all along about something that important.
Right.
And I think that's why it's so difficult to get a MAGA person to see what we see, because it would question their identity.
I don't know how you change. I mean, my dad is on that side. My brother is on that side. Brothers are on that side, I should say. I don't understand it. They're smart people, smarter than I am, and I'm not that smart. But they just don't. They don't want to see it.
They don't want to see it.
You know, and that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Because you don't. I get along great with my dad. We just don't talk about politics. But it's still sad for me. It's sad for me to think that this guy that raised me, that gave me my values, that taught me about everything in life.
Right.
How we have now, gone so far apart. I mean, monumentally. The last argument we had about it was just so bad, and it was so across.
Yeah, I mean, it's split up friends. I have friends that I really love, but it's very difficult to be with them right now. Because how can you not talk about the most important thing in our lifetime?
Happening in our lives.
Right. And anyway, so I think it's also tribalism.
Yeah.
Once you pick your team, it's you love your team.
Go Pats.
Right? Go Pats or whatever, right?
I mean, once you pick, but
doesn't matter. I mean, there's there would be no sport teams without tribalism, right? So it's just something in our DNA, and I don't know. There are many things where you wonder why haven't we evolved at all beyond all that, but I guess we still have a lot of work to do.
I think we do, but I think we're doing it. I mean, one of the other things I just cleverly opened my phone so I could look at my notes, because I'm not that bright. People are losing their health insurance. people are losing or their health insurance is either they're losing it or it's tripling in cost. I mean, this is serious stuff that's happening right now that I think a lot of people don't realize, especially people maybe they get their insurance through work. Not everybody gets their insurance through their work.
Right.
I mean, do you?
Yeah.
You do. Very good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm disabled. You can't tell from, well, you could probably tell from looking at me. But I, thankfully, thank goodness, get Medicare.
Right.
Or else I'd be screwed.
For now.
I get it for now. You're right. But if we don't keep protesting, it could go away.
Everything we cherished in this country will go away.
What are your thoughts on, I know what your thoughts are, but articulate your thoughts on not just ICE, but now he's thinking about calling in the Insurrection Act and having actual military go in to squash peaceful protests.
Yeah, I mean,
squash people like us.
Again, it's just like, it's hard. I mean, again, it's like, why does not everybody see that, right? That's Hitler, that's Sturmtruppen, that's Gestapo. It's clear, it's not hidden.
Right.
Nobody's trying to hide it. It's crazy. I mean, also what's not hidden is that our president is completely insane.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he is one of the reasons why he must have Greenland is because Norway didn't give him the Nobel Peace Prize, which was not their place to do in the first place. But then also, which psycho would accept a prize that someone else won? Nobel Peace Prize or accept the FIFA Peace Prize? I mean, and what does he do with these things? Does he have a room like that and look at them?
A veteran gave him the Purple Heart.
Yeah,
he wanted a Purple Heart. This guy that dodged the draft 5 times.
So I think, if you're not MAGA, you know the guy's completely insane. The whole world knows it. I listen every night. I still listen to the German news called Tagesschau. And it's 15 minutes of no bullshit, just facts, facts, facts. And even these guys are having a hard time not to roll their eyes.
Yeah.
As they report what is going on.
And the thing with Greenland is we have a treaty where we could put as much military as we want.
The protecting it is not really the issue. He said it, right? It's nothing. It's like as you own it. Own it is just better. You have to own it. He literally said that.
He thinks it's a building.
Yeah, and it's nice to own something, but he's insane. He's nuts. And the whole world knows it. The only people who don't know it, I think, is the 41% that are in that cult. Everybody else knows it. They know it in Spain. They know it in Germany. They know it in China. Well, and they know it in Russia. That those two are partying right now, I'm sure. I mean, Trump did for them what both of them aligned couldn't do together.
Right.
We don't need any outside enemies.
And
he's destroying the country right here.
And as a favor, he's not supporting Ukraine. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Because he's up Putin's butt. Which makes no sense. I mean, I guess scumbags and scumbags attract each other.
Yes, as long as they both get what they want.
So, handsoffbeverly.com, by the way. There's a donate button right there. Again, we use that money only for marketing. Nobody
Materials.
gets paid. Nobody gets paid. We only do this because we are pissed off. Is that right? I mean, I'm pissed off.
and I mean the response we got as far as when it took us a while to do this donating thing. It's done through Indivisible and Act Blue.
Right.
And the second we said that we can do it, because as we were giving away things for free that were just really paid for by people like us, and
Mostly him.
all of a sudden, we had this donate button, and it was overwhelming. I mean, the people wanted to help, and really, it's the best thing out of the whole thing that came out is that we meet so many amazing people, and we meet with
Yeah.
them every Saturday and every Wednesday, and it's amazing. Who would have thought, I'd meet hundreds of amazing, great, nice people.
Right. And then we take part as being marshals, so we walk around constantly, say hello, and
Yeah.
I think I there's not a single protester that I don't at least say hello to, good morning, and the thanks for
Right.
being here. And I don't think there's a single person after I say thanks for being here, they say thanks for doing this.
Right.
Like they say it right back. Like
Yeah.
they were looking. It's like they were looking for something
Right.
to be able
To do this.
to do this, and we gave them that. You gave them that.
Also important, I think, is to realize that what we're doing is happening absolutely everywhere.
Everywhere.
All over the North Shore, all over Massachusetts, all over the country, all over the world. Like a weekly protest, I don't really think it existed a year ago, where people would go out every, Saturday or every specific day at a certain time and get together. This is something that was created as a reaction to what we see right now with Trump and his administration, and it's everywhere.
We've had some pretty cool visitors too. We had the governor of our state,
Maura Healey was here.
We had
Kim
the lieutenant
Driscoll.
governor, Kim Driscoll. The mayor supports us greatly. Mayor Mike Cahill, he's tremendous.
Much appreciate it.
And we've had Seth Moulton here, who's our congressman and is now running for Senate. We've had him here a couple times.
Sure, yeah. We have a lot of good people here. Hannah Bowen,
state
she's
rep,
our
Hannah
state
Bowen.
rep. Yeah, I mean, most people have been
A
here.
lot of these names that
Join
we're
us.
throwing out are going to be guests on the show, and we're going to talk with them about what pisses them off, and I think there's not going to be short answers from anybody, but this, I tell you, after doing like every Saturday we meet after, and we kind of go over like what happened, if there was a thing that a marshal saw that was way down there and we're way down here. We share like what we saw, good
Sure.
good and bad.
Yeah.
And that time that we spend doing that, but the protest and the little meeting after, it fills my heart up a little bit. It gives me a reason to be like, okay, maybe things don't suck so bad. Maybe we got something going on here, and I truly feel like that's what every protester feels. Everyone at the park.
Yeah. I mean, we always leave more inspired, happier after that hour that we're out there, right? It never fails.
Even when the weather's shitty.
Even when the weather is crappy, or we had some counter protester, giving us a hard time or
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't matter. It's always joyful. It's always uplifting, I think.
Yeah.
Every single time. And people say that's why they're there. They thank God for 1 hour a week I can feel like a human being with other human beings, where I'm heard, where they, and people feel like I do.
And for folks that don't live around us and you come, you don't have to bring a sign. We have a whole library of signs,
Yeah.
thanks to a few different people, but mainly our jack of all trades, Jim.
Jim
Has done a tremendous job getting us signs, and he brings them every week. And he's also the DJ, and who we were talking about earlier. But we a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts, a lot of people there with really highly talented. I mean, somebody had to do the Facebook page. Thank you very much. Somebody had to do the web page, the Instagram, has to maintain it and all that. I mean, do the design for our signs, for everything. I mean, there's so many people that are really helping us and doing great things. Amazing.
If you search facebook.com/handsoffbeverly, or just within Facebook, search for Hands Off Beverly, and you'll be able to get to our Facebook page. We went from starting the Facebook page in July to now having over 800 members.
Yeah.
800
Yeah.
since July.
I think that alone says the state of, the country is in right now.
Brother, I am so honored to have met you.
All right, my friend.
I mean that, man. The
Same
first
here.
day we met, we did a podcast together. And right after that, I said, I'm coming on Saturday. And I've tried to be there every week since. I miss a couple, but man, I'm so proud to call you my friend.
All right, man.
And
Appreciate
remember,
it.
guys, we're going to have lots of great guests. Please check out our website, handsoffbeverly.com. If you're in the area and you feel like coming by, you don't have to come by for the whole hour. You can come by for 20 minutes. I don't care. You know, we just want to see you there and check out what we got going on. So that's it for us. Hands Off Beverly signing off. We'll see you next time.